Hi everyone, welcome to our video on solving a system of linear equations where we have a no solution case. So all of the previous videos we had one unique solution and we showed different ways to solve those systems and the different methods that we had. And this, it says solve the system using any method. So I'm going to use the calculator because it's probably the most preferred way and the easiest and fastest. So it's got all the positives to it. All right, so let's set it up. So we're not going to know what case it is until we get to our answer, and I'm just scribbling that out to save some space. But let's go ahead and convert this into a matrix. So it's still like x, y, and then our constant. And we've got 5, 3, 9, negative 10, negative 6, 24. And then we're going to still continue the same method that we did in the previous video where we're going to solve using the calculator and the RREF function. Okay, so there, I'm just setting up everything kind of blank right now. All right, and then on all these problems, make sure it is in the form set up so they don't mix numbers around and you're accidentally putting things in the wrong spot. Okay, and all I did was I went to Desmos.com and I'm going to go to Math Tools. And you can get it to, so there's different things you could do. Scientific calculator is helpful for other stuff, but let's go ahead and just go to the matrix calculator. So that's what we want, and I'm just going to copy that matrix down. So I'm going to click New Matrix. Let's make sure it's got the correct number of rows and columns. Okay, so 2 horizontal rows, 3 vertical columns, and now we've got 5, 3, 9, negative 10, negative 6, and 24. And then now I'm just going to press enter so it's saved, and now I'm going to do the RREF function on that matrix, and I'm going to press enter. Okay, and if needed, we could change it to fractions. Okay, so, but this looks like it's going to be fine. Okay, so we've got this matrix, and what we need to do is to be able to interpret it. So don't go too fast on these problems and state like you think you have the x and y when maybe you don't. So this is 1 3/5 and 0. And then 0, 0, 1. So what this is telling us, so this top one is currently telling us 1x plus 3/5 y equals 0. Okay, so this didn't give us any solution. It's not x equals a number. It's not y equals a number. More importantly is this bottom one. So this is a special case, so let's highlight it at that point. This is saying 0x plus 0y. Let's go ahead and put it into this for now like that, but 0x and 0y is 0, so this is saying 0 equals 1. This is not true. 0 does not equal 1. So this is not true. So what the calculator is trying to tell us, and this is what would happen in your TI-84 or Inspire as well, if you have those, if you're using those, what it's trying to tell us is it can't, yeah, it's just not programmed to say no solution. It's programmed to try to do this function as far as possible, and that's what it did. But it is still telling us no solution because what we have is not something that's not true. So it's trying to tell us, hey, something's wrong here, something's weird, and what we currently have is a non-true statement. So as soon as we get something like this where you have not true, it means the whole system has no solution. So if we were to graph it, so these are lines. If we were to graph it, the lines, so I don't know exactly what these lines look like. I think they do have a negative slope though. They would be parallel. So it's the parallel lines would not intersect, and so that means there's no common point between the two. So that means it's no solution. Okay, so as soon as we get some weird false statement, we know it's no solution. So and so I'd use the calculator to speed things up, but if we were to try to solve this with any other method, we would get some weird thing in math that has an equation that's not true eventually. So as soon as you get an equation that is not true, then that means it's the no solution case. So again, it doesn't matter what method you use, you're going to get something that's not true. It's like maybe you get 5 equals 7 or 2 equals 0. Okay, so you're going to get something like this All right, and so again, these would be not true. So it's trying to tell us, hey, there's something weird going on. There's a no solution case. Okay, so anyway, so let me just kind of cross that out because that wasn't important. Okay, so just mix it up. All right, let's look at number 2. So again, we tackle these problems all the same way at the start. So it doesn't. So again, we're not really going to know if it has no solution or if it has one solution at the start, unless I guess we're very, very comfortable and we can spot things right away. But I'm going to go ahead and say, well, I can't spot it. I'm just going to go ahead and set this up. Here they did use U, V, and W. That's fine. Remember, the letters don't really matter. We're going to convert it, though. So here is U, V, and W. Here would be our constant. So we do want to convert it 6, 10, 8, 7, 2, negative 5, 2, 10, 3, 5, 4, negative 2. And then double check everything. I think everything's good. And then now let's go to our RREF. And just like the last one, I'm just setting everything up. All right, but now back to the calculator. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a new matrix. It's got one more row, and it's got 4 columns total. So remember to match the exact dimensions there. And then be extra careful when typing all these in. So 6, 10, 8, 7, 2, negative 5, 2, 10, 3, 5, 4, negative 2. And then enter. All right, and then now I'm going to do my RREF on that matrix B. And then let's press enter. And then there it is. If they want fractions, we can change it. If it doesn't matter, let's go ahead and leave this one as decimals. Okay, so there it is. Let me just copy it onto here. Okay, so I've got 1, 0, 1.2, 0, 0, 1, 0.08, 0, and then 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so whenever you start to see that string of zeros in the last row, this is our focus. So let's not even concern ourselves with the top rows, because this bottom row is saying 0u, 0v, 0w, which is all 0. It's saying 0 equals 1, which again, this is not true. So now we have our answer. We're done. No solution. Okay, so it's over. So the no solution case is actually probably the best because it's the fastest as soon as we recognize that it's occurring. Okay, so that's that. So the no solution case, and again, if you were to do this with any other method, we'd get something weird. Again, like a 5 equals 7 or 10 equals 20, and those aren't true. So it's telling us, hey, something that's like a red flag, something's off. This is bad math. All right, so that means no solution. Okay, so that's the no solution case. So no solution case, if you get, the main thing is just kind of looking at that bottom row or seeing the string of zeros in the bottom row to get it. All right, so either way, it might be worthwhile to always write out these equations. Don't instantly just jump to no solution. Write them out. So in our previous problem, we showed, like, here's an example where we had solutions. So we wrote them all out line by line. Don't try to go too fast. Slow yourself down. They're already pretty quick if we're comfortable with the calculator. So don't go too fast and make easy mistakes. All right, anyway, that's it, though. That's it for this video. Let's go ahead and quit, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.